Hi, this is Joe again with another review. For the sake of this video, we're going to be discussing the 2003 black comedy, Bad Santa, starring Billy Bob Thornton. I think it was the last ever movie that John Ritter did, and Bernie Mac. And I forgot the name of the guy who was the midget. But anyway, when you play the point of this movie, because Bad Santa, as of course, it's considered a dark comedy, and of course, it's one of those films. At least it's one of those films that's based at Christmas time. It's not one of these sugary sweet Christmas themed movies. I think really much story, like with not really Die Hard, but the first Lethal Weapon movie was set at Christmas time, and also the Die Hard movies was all action. The first two Die Hard films were all action movies, and then get into other movies that is set around Christmas time, but it's not these sugary sweet. Because people got tired of those type of movies that was prevalent during the the 30s, 40s, and 1950s, when it was sugary sweet films that set at Christmas time, with all the joy of Christmas and stuff like that. Other than maybe the 10,000 versions of Christmas Carol, and then Santa came at a time where people got tired of the sugary sweet Christmas movies, and even at that time, people were getting tired of those Lifetime movies, with Christmas themed films, like the 10,000 films that the Lifetime Cable Channel makes. So, anyway, that's when Bad Santa came along, and it's not a very long of a movie. It's like an hour and a half, but it feels longer. The movie is about Billy Bob Thornton playing Santa Claus in the mall, and he has this little midget friend, his cohort, who plays an elf, and like doing like a package deal, so they go to various malls every year, or a department store every year during the Christmas season. He plays Santa Claus with one of his elves, and like on Christmas Eve, they break into the mall or the store, steal a whole bunch of money, and then they run for the hills. And it's surprised that that these two guys haven't been caught yet during this scheme, but they were so good at it, they were very successful during the scheme of playing Santa Claus and an elf, and rob the store or the mall or something like that. And of course, during this time, it looks like at this point that Billy Bob Thornton is getting tired of this act, tired during the routine, because he did it for a few years, and he is. Most of this movie, he's drunk as a skunk through most of this movie, and no one plays a drunk as well as Billy Bob Thornton. But he did it in this movie, and he also did it in the god awful Bad News Bears remake. That's about that film. I'm talking about the better. So of course this film, he also plays a sarcastic Santa Claus. I mean, there's every time where he has a kid in his lap, he says, "Hey, go easy on me, get my bag is full, or I got a bad kidney, or whatever." He brings up excuses for the kids not to pounce on his lap, and it says, and the kid says, "Well, I want a fire truck, or I want a baseball glove, or I want a Barbie, or I want an Xbox or something," and he goes, "Okay, kid, you get it," so okay, you got it, boom. Now, okay, next kid. And so what? And it says, "What do you want?" So, I want a fire truck. So, okay, you got one. Boom, done. And moves the kid so fast. Really funny. Like he doesn't give a shit. I mean, he's just buying his time so he could rob the store or rob the mall or whatever. So that's buying his time where he has to deal with all these stupid kids. It's like at one point, one kid puked all over him, which was a pretty disgusting scene. There was also another scene where they had the last kid, and Billy Bob Thornton, because he's so full of booze, he actually pisses on himself. Sorry to get graphic there, folks. Kids are watching this video. I know kids don't watch my videos, but keep saying that you do. And it was pretty disgusting scene. And the elf, his elf pointed says, "Oh man, you're pissing yourself." And I had to mention this elf. He curses like you wouldn't believe. I mean, Billy Bob does his own share of cursing and foul language in this film, and so, but but the elf, because he keeps calling everybody an asshole in the film. Even he calls Billy Bob Thornton an asshole in this film. And I think there's a whole bunch of assholes in this movie. And so at one point he figures that the cops were onto him and his friend for this car that they're pulling. And so Billy Bob's staying in a local motel, one of those flea bag motels, and it looks like the cops are searching the room. They said, "Oh great, and ain't another place to stay." And I said, "Well, while that's going on, Billy Bob's character he becomes friends with this fat, shy kid, and who gets bullied by the other kids in the neighborhood, and the kids are calling him like a retard and stuff." And they did use, even though this movie was made in 2003, the word retard has been so politically incorrect, even by that time. The word is really offensive by today's standards, even by 2003 standards. I mean, that word hasn't been used since maybe the 80s, or maybe the early 90s. I mean it's pretty much stopped using it. Even when the movie Forrest Gump came out, that was the word it was used at that time. That when Forrest Gump was growing up, even in that movie they didn't use the word retard. They used the word idiot instead. But in this movie, they called this fat kid retard, and he came to see Santa, Billy Bob Santa, and excuse me. No virus, okay? I don't have the virus. So don't freak out. So this fat kid sees Santa, and he notices something is not quite right with this kid. First, actually, like I just said, I thought it was retarded. But the fact of the matter is that this kid gets bullied. There's one scene when they put a wedgie on him, and his underwear is like yanked all the way up to here. And another time, Billy Bob sees this kid with a black eye. He says, "Hey, what's wrong with you, kid?" And the kid tells him what happened. "I'm getting bullied by the kids in my neighborhood." So Billy Bob, and most of the time through this movie, he's still dressed up as Santa. So he goes to where these kids are, picking on this kid, and Billy Bob beats the shit out of these kids, which is yeah right. And he beats the shit out of them, and then he decides to give this kid boxing lessons. And then what he did was he beats up the elf, he kicks the elf in the balls, and the elf beats up Billy Bob, kicks him in the nuts, and it's like they wanted that was like the funniest scene in the whole movie. And while this is going on, the head of security played by Bernie Mac, and he was really great in this movie as well. He knew what Billy Bob and his elf friend had a habit of doing, and he's trying to stop him. And then John Ritter, in one particular scene, John Ritter plays the owner of the mall. And there's one particular scene where he walks by, the fat woman's department in the store, and he has two people in the room, in one of the dressing rooms, having sex in one of the rooms, one of the dressing rooms. And you figure it was Billy Bob, who has a habit of having sex with fat girls. I'm not kidding. And so he has Santa Claus having sex. Remember later on in the movie, he was about to get on with Lauren Graham and this fat kid who he saved. Because at this point, Billy Bob was staying in the fat kid's house. You're weighing out, to stay away from the cops. And he was about to have sex with Lauren Graham, and I think she was in the Gilmore Girls television show. And you see Lauren Graham, and I said, "Damn, this girl was hot." And he interrupts them having sex. It was unbelievable. This fat kid. If it was me, if some fat kid interrupts me getting it on with a smoking hot woman, I would beat the shit out of the kid. But Billy Bob didn't do that. So you have all these little subplots going on and stuff, and then when time to come to break into the mall, Billy Bob wasn't into it, wasn't into robbing it, because he grew an attachment to the fat kid, and so he didn't want to do it. and the stupid elf actually shoots Billy Bob Thornton. He actually does it. I mean, he actually shoots the guy. He got shot, and they were threatening to shoot him, and the cops break in, and the cops shot the guy. Shot Billy Bob like 6 times or something. Billy Bob doesn't die. I guess if Billy Bob was black, he probably would have died. With the cop, the stupid Black Lives Matter thing. But anyway, they shot Billy Bob Thornton. Of course, he's a star in the movie, and he's not going to get killed. So he got shot a bunch of times by the cops, and he goes to jail for like a little bit. But his friend, the elf, he gets sent out longer because he's the one who really well snitched on the guy, and he still keeps in touch with the fat kid at the end. And he says, "Don't take," and he has a share with a silver photo word in the back that F, and F the I forgot what the hell. I mean, just watched this movie last night. I mean, that's what forgot what the hell the ending of the T-shirt was at the end of the film. And of course, one of the bullies comes over and bothers him, and the kid just kicked the guy in the balls, and he goes down, and that's pretty much how the movie ends. Now, the movie was okay. I mean, in terms of that. I mean, one thing I liked about this movie that bucks like I said at the top of this review, that bucks the trend on these cheesy, sugary sweet movies. Christmas movies that I know I did. I grew up watching Christmas in Vermont, White Christmas. Even though we didn't really watch those films, but also you have the original Miracle of 34th Street movies, the 3 different versions of that movie. You can argue those are sugary sweet films. Even, of course, an all-time classic, It's a Wonderful Life. Even though it's a pretty dark movie, everybody remembers that film, and people got tired of it. So even today, people get tired of these sugary sweet Christmas movies. It's on Lifetime, the Lifetime cable channel. And this movie, even though it's 2003 film, does kind of buck the trend a little bit for the sugary sweet Christmas movies. So that's my review of Bad Santa. Please click on the video, please rate it. Please subscribe to my channel, please forward this video on your Facebook pages. You can check out all my reviews and on my YouTube channel at rallyc.com, that's all WDY. rallyc.com is the homepage for Rally Reviewer, Chris Lee Moore. And please check out all of his videos on his website. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.